It's holding up well. Thank God.
Q, talk about adversity. We know your faith is strong, and even your fraternal bonds. You've seen adversity, but coming from a new place in this culture, what has it been like going through adversity with these young men? And talk about how this bond is compared to the other experience that you had.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of adversity in my life in general. Playing a lot of college ball, haven't had a lot of winning seasons, but I mean the bond. Really, the biggest thing is just how can guys continue to grow closer together, especially when the things aren't going bad. Like I've been a part of teams where it was a finger point kind of an atmosphere, and it was hard to kind of get over that hump once that started. We don't have the kind of environment here, and guys really are gelled even stronger together than really I've seen a lot in the past.
So with the finger pointing, it's the natural reaction, happens a lot. What makes this so different? Why do you think there's not the finger pointing going on here?
I think it's a trust thing. I think guys really believe. I mean, we're the same team, but from the first 3 weeks than we are. We're the exact same team, like from the very beginning since August. We're the same guys that we've been talked about. Every word that I've said from since then until now have been consistent and true about what kind of team this is. It's just guys have to be able to just see it day in and day out and execute and bring consistency with it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coach Rossi talked about how no one's coming to save you. You guys are in this 6 games left.
Yeah.
Kind of do or die. You guys gotta prove something here. And I guess is that motivating for you guys that you still got 6 games, you still got something to prove, and when people are doubting you, you have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I'm now more than ever. It's time to block out the outside noise, of course, and it's hyper focused on ourselves and trying to be the best version of ourselves and what that looks like. Yeah, you can't have any poor me's for sure, and nobody's coming to save you. And that's a real life. That's the real life lessons that football teaches you anyway. Like if you're a grown man, you have a husband. If you're a husband and you're looking out for your family, you'll have bad days, but they're dependent on you. It's the same thing here. So you got to be able to just power through.
How much extra responsibility does that fall on you as a captain, to kind of help lead the team out of a darker portion of the season?
Well, yeah, I'm a captain, absolutely, and I hold like the title of it, but I'm not the only leader on this team. I think the responsibility falls on everyone. I believe that I was voted captain because I have a voice, and I'm not afraid to use it. So being able to just lean on the gifts that God gave me and be able to communicate whatever message that needs to be spoken to the team at that particular time, that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Does Coach Rossi ever talk about playing D-line in college at Allegheny? Has he ever mentioned that to you guys?
Not a lot. I think you guys I think I've heard it from you guys before I heard it from him. Yeah, no, he hasn't said a lot about it.
Why do you think that parlays into like being able to coach defensive linemen pretty well? Because it seems like that's on this defense. There's a strength there. Like you, Alex, like so many of these guys, and sort of the D-line, the big guys on the line seem to excel.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the culture of the room. We want to pride ourselves on being the ones that drive the tempo of the defense. Like, if we're doing really well, everybody feeds off of our energy. We saw it a few times during practice. I think Coach Lane does a great job teaching us the technique and teaching us, reminding us the importance of a defensive lineman and the energy that we bring, being able to drive the bus and do it every single day. That's kind of what turns into the Saturday performances that you guys see.
You talked a little bit about how players handle adversity. How do you expect or hope that your coaches handle adversity, whether it be out on the field or just in general?
Yeah, I mean, we talk. They have a great relationship with us, and they do a great job of making sure we're all on the same page. It's not a disruption there between the coaches and players. I think that's really the biggest thing, because you can't do adversity like. You try to do it by yourself, then you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna go insane. So being able to understand that there is a community and a brotherhood around it, and it's not just players, but also the coaches as well, and just great communication, I think we'll be all right. Just have to figure out if it is a game plan thing, okay, well, let's change the game plan. If it's an execution thing, okay, well, let's figure out how we can execute better.
Mr. Rossi, and Sam this just now, but what's that line between urgency and panic? It's something that Coach talked about yesterday. Is he's not putting the panic on, but got to be urgent, because that seems like it's a very fine line.
Absolutely. Yeah, one has control and one doesn't. One is very volatile and one isn't. So being able to be urgent, you understand what needs to be done, and you understand that there are different factors that play into you getting your job done, and you have to do it now. You can't wait till later. Then panic, I mean, you're just kind of flailing. I mean, there's no understanding of what I need to get done. I just need to do something, and that could either be a bad thing or a good thing. So we'd rather be more urgent than panicking at this point.
I think too that with a team like Indiana, with how well they're operating on so many different levels, that panic would be probably the worst case scenario. Like how dialed in do you guys have to be with the precision that they're operating with right now?
Yeah, Indiana's a good team. Respect them. They do what they do really well. So just really our approach is doing what we do well better than they do what they do well. So.
How big is your dad? Like, I was up in the press box last week and I saw you just looked down and see big number 99, and then I saw him outside the stadium after the game. Your dad looks like a pretty big dude.
Yeah, he's 6'6". I want to say about 320. Yeah, big guy for sure.
He's got any eligibility left to play online?
Man, we went to church the next morning. It was like, man, you look like your dad could play in the NFL right now. Yeah, he's got some size for sure.
Quindarius, we heard a lot about, like, even going back to spring, but how close this team is. You guys have hit a rough patch here. Is it still there? Are you confident that can stay intact through this next 6?
Absolutely. I'm actually reassured, especially with this week of practice. I mean, because of course over the weekend it's like, you know, you worry sometimes. Of course, that's the human nature of it. But we had a great meeting come Sunday, and even better practice came Tuesday. I mean, guys are extremely bought into the fact that we are still the exact same football team that started the season, and we're going to be the exact same once we finish.
How much is the idea of, like, this opportunity going on the road for a top 5 undefeated type of team? Is that part of the messaging or thought process of, like, this is a chance to sort of change the momentum, change the message, the narrative on the outside, whatever it might, like, are you guys thinking of it as that, like a big opportunity, I guess, to sort of swing things?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a big opportunity. It's at the end of the day, it's still a football game. We're practicing right now to prepare for them. Really hyper focused on ourselves and trying to make sure we're doing what are we doing wrong and how can we do it better. We talk about execution, how can we execute things better. So when Saturday comes, we'll be able to be prepared for that opportunity. Absolutely.
So, Burnett to have his first career start last week. What have you seen from him in just developing over the last 2 years in that year?
Yeah, man, Kakai. Oh man. Well, first off, the first thing I saw when he first came up here was that he could bend the edge. He could rush the passer. He had really good athletic ability. He's grown so much mentally though. Like it's gotten to the point where we're in indie drills and he's talking out the different techniques himself. Like I'm extremely proud of Kakai. I'm really glad he was able to pull through. And like we said, like we have strength in numbers. We truly believe that, especially in the D-line room. Any given person can play any given Saturday, and Kakai proved it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you.